Okay, so a question was asked as we were getting ready as to how long can the drone fly up in the air. So our batteries are rated for around the half an hour mark. Now that's with usage, so in like weather conditions and things like that. So heavy winds, stuff like that, you're gonna see more of like the mid to late 20s, right? If it's something where the drone is just hovering, you're gonna see more of the mid 30s, right? Things like that. This is not the drone. Feel free to ask questions while I'm doing this.
That's a $10,000 drone?
No, it's not. They're far more expensive than that.
That
they're
one's
like
more than 10 grand?
They're in the 20s.
Wow.
They're in the 20s. However, we got most of our drones when we exchanged the DJIs. The state of Florida gave us a grant, and that's how we were able to do the swap.
So when people buy their drones from stores or vendors, civilians,
Yeah.
they don't need any qualifications to use their drone?
No.
They do. Didn't you say something like trust?
If they're going to,
Well-
yes. If they're going to fly first commercially, they
Right.
need to get their
But if they're-
Part 107. And then they should get their trust, which is an online exam. Now, I say should because, yes, person knew, but who's stopping a little teenager?
That's my point.
Yeah.
So there's no way to enforce it, is
Correct.
there?
Unless you get in trouble.
Unless you get in trouble.
That's something stupid.
Yeah.
You know what?
That's-
I have a question about that film that you showed us. You showed us a woman, 8:30 at night.
Yep. But only looking at our feet, but right now you can see that it's generated the image, okay?
And it's using the cameras. Right?
Yes, because it's using the camera. Okay. And like I mentioned, inside it does have thermal capabilities, right? So right now we can see that. And you do have a map overlay as well. I can, just like Billy said, he is a nerd. I am also a nerd when it comes to this stuff, especially getting the opportunity to talk to so many deputies about this. I kind of have a script written in my head, right? That's just the way it is. But if you have questions as we're doing these flights, as you see all these buttons on the controller, is again touchscreen as well as physical buttons. Yes.
I do have one for you.
Yes.
You're going to have it set at a certain height, right?
Yes.
As it goes, does it detect trees and go height above the tree?
It can if there's a
does the
tree.
get
Yes.
in the way?
Yes, if there's a tree in the way, it will do its best to detect it. Is it perfect? No. Especially.
will it try to go above?
Yes, it will try to go above. Yes. There's to that point. There's two settings you can have this particular drone in, and that is to avoid, right, or to stop at a structure that it detects. Okay. And then the last thing that I want to talk about is, I understand that maybe not all of you have flown a drone before, or have a drone at home or anything like that. Per the FAA, as long as you have a pilot in command within arm's length, you can fly under my authority, I guess you can say, right? So it's very simple. You have a touchscreen and physical button for the launching and the landing. I'm going to demonstrate the launching. Is pretty much a slider. So we'll go ahead and make sure the area is clear, right? So I'm just going to ask this young lady to take a few steps back, just for demonstration purposes, so you can see the whole drone. Mike's already up in the air. He's a little bit more a head start, but he's already doing his thing. We're going to be flying towards the fields over there, okay? 141, and all that information is given on the controller. And then another thing that the drones are equipped with are strobe lights. And strobe lights, believe it or not, are crucial, not in the sense of flying, in the sense of visibility, right? So strobe lights are on now. Now you have a higher chance of another aircraft spotting you in the sky.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
So it's pretty cool. And I always let our pilots know, if you have your strobes on and you're going to land, you're going to catch landing, make sure you take the strobes off because they are that bright. You don't want to have any distractions when trying to catch and land the drone. You might wonder, why would we need to launch or catch the drone? It just depends on the terrain that we're in, right? If we're in the sand's not going to be leveled. It might not have a clear launch or a clear landing. You might be in tall grass. You might just want to do it for fun, right? Because it is a safe way of doing it, right? And there's a bunch of steps that we follow to catch and to land safely. So,
Have we lost any drones through?
no, we have not, which is very great. All right, so who would like to be the first one?
Oh,
Okay, cool.
well.
Come right up. Whatever. All right. So your altitude.
Where's your waiver?
Your altitude is going to be on the left stick, up and down. Try not to go up. You can go down. All right. Your left stick is also going to be what's called the yaw, which means turning left and turning right. All right, and then your right stick is going to be all your other controls, forward, back.
Hurts my neck going up.
Hijo de...
Yeah, just use the left. Use the left.
He's making some maneuvers, huh?
Now you're facing, you see it here. And the real test is just flying with the controller. So that's what I want you guys to do. At first, as you're getting used to things, look at the drone, see how it moves and all that stuff. But the goal is to actually see where you're flying and what's around you. So you want to look at the controller, right?
Es una sirena, no creo, ¿no?
So
Ah.
go back to
No, una
the
sirena.
Dile, dile.
And I just want you to fly out.
Dile.
No, dale. Does the drone have a siren?
This one,
I
it
does,
does, but it's not connected.
I'll connect it.
It has a speaker, excuse me, it has a speaker.
Speaker.
We do have one that does allow for a siren.
Yeah.
That's already embedded, and it also has like a chime type of sound.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And that one also has a speaker two-way kind of.
That's pretty cool.
If you wanted to see exactly like on a map where you want it to be, there it generates.
Over.
So they do have a boost though, that's why.
Oh, yeah.
So right now I have it taken for weight.
A ver, Mayor.
What I want you to do is the direction of the
I'll be
camera.
going back for a second service.
I don't want you to really go up. You can go down if you want a little bit. And this side is your direction.
Bring it down.
Forward, back, left, and right. So right now I just want you to go up to the joystick and go forward. And you'll see it. See? Right there.
It's like a joystick.
And now you go back. And see it on the controller. See what it looks like on the controller.
Pretend you're
Now
playing
go ahead,
Mario
go to the
Brothers.
right.
Further over, the faster. Can you make it spin?
Yes, 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 yes.
Can you make it spin around?
You can.
Checando
As
los
a
dos
pilot,
drones,
you
hijo
can.
de...
Chum.
So if you wanted to see something like that, you want to try something, go to the right, go to the right, and now this one, go to the left. Okay, go to the left. So what he's doing right now, it's very quick as he's turning. It's what's called an orbit, a 360 orbit. If you have a response to go to, right, an incident, and incident command is asking for pretty much an overwatch of the area, you can perform a 360 overview pretty much of that area, right? It is an autonomous feature embedded in the technology of the drone, but we train for both because you just never know. In a hypothetical situation, let's say we are following a vehicle and the person, the driver, gets out and starts running. Well, you are there, you can follow, keep following. Let's say it goes in like a wooded area or something. You can descend, and if it's clear, you can push forward, and vice versa. If they hide somewhere behind a trash can, it doesn't
Se
stop.
apagó ya.
It will collide with you.
So you could crash these two drones here.
Yeah, you could. You could.
You out of a job.
Cara.
You can, and you can have, there's an autonomous feature in the drone, and in the future we can explore it if you want to see it. It gives you the map overlay, and you can put waypoints on the map, and then hit play, and it goes to all those points. Oh, okay.
You get a battery in that, you get a battery in this.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We had the Chubb golf tournament a couple weekends ago. I was covering that Saturday shift, and just for the heck of it, I was like, let me go through all the courses. And it's gonna do what it's gonna do, and unfortunately, it will fall. If it's at a certain altitude and the parachute is attached, it will activate the parachute, or you as the pilot can activate the parachute. Now, even as the pilot, you need to be at a certain altitude, because if you're only 10 feet, it's not going to give it enough time to, to deploy the parachute.
You get a battery in this as well as that.
Correct. The parachute is meant more for emergency situations, and the thing with the parachute is, and do not quote me because things are always changing. They will, let's say for example, it's a recent release from the manufacturer.
I think your battery is
Right.
low, man.
Is it beta mode yet, or is it?
No, they're fully distributed. Okay, so perfect. So I got the battery warning. In person, and so I'm flying at an area. It's a wooded area. There's a lot of greenery. It's not at night. It's at daytime, but I'm still toggling through all these different views to try to give me as much information as a pilot. Right. So let me demonstrate real quick what it's like to do a battery swap. It's very straightforward. You tap the button once, it gives you the battery reading. Okay, it's on a magnetic. So
Pana el casco de la moto y después.
Yeah.
Switch. No me gustó, ¿no?
I will go ahead and hold the button down. This turns off the drone. Okay, it's off now, and it's just on a rail, and it's magnetic. Well, yeah, it's a very strong magnet, hence why it stays up, and it can do all these maneuvers. I align it, and then there's an audible click, and it's not going
Lithium ions?
anywhere. Yes.
So, and how long does it take to bring the battery to a full charge?
Full charge, depending on the charger, if you have the 100 watt, it's anywhere from 45 to an hour, depending on the life of the battery. There is a secondary charger, it's not as strong, and that could be a little bit longer than that. We can review the chargers. I think they're pretty interesting. So it's pretty much a dual charger for both the X10 and the X2. They're just different styles. The X2 is a tower, so you slide the batteries up, down position. The X10s, they sit like this, right? And so the technology in the batteries is also smart. And what I mean by that is if I have this battery at 0 and that battery at 50%, and I'm done for the day, I'm charging all my batteries for my next shift, I lay them both at the same time, the technology in them tells the controller, hey, this one has enough, 50%, to get to 100 faster. Charge this one first, right? And then it'll start charging the one that has less power, okay? So who's going to be I can now say, hey, based on my input, we're 100% ready to go, right? I'm also looking at the camera, if there's any wonkiness or anything like that with the camera. Hey, there's an error, you know, address it. Sometimes it doesn't, and it's on the pilot. Always on the pilot. So, I'm just going to bring it up to you, sir. We're going to turn on our strobe. All right. Go up. It still saves all that data from the pre-flight in the sense of altitude and stuff like that. So go ahead and use this. Oh yeah, keep going. Go all the way. Go all the way to 150.
Ah.
Hold my back.
There we go. Right there, perfect. So you're right now at 116.
Okay, because it was going behind me. I'm going to go up a little bit more.
All right. There you go. Right now you're at 140. Keep going a little bit more, and you're going to see that warning. Right there. Tight ceiling. So it gives him the warning and it stops the drone. Okay? So now
No, se dañó ya.
forward. The sense of training, right? And your situation. Sometimes you'll be in a situation where you can see the drone at all times. So you can go ahead and use both. Look at the drone, look at the controller. Sometimes you're going to be limited. If you're flying remote out of our real-time operations center, it's all based on the screen.
How many hours is the pilot training?
So there's no set by any higher up than the agency, right, in terms of the FAA. However, internally, we do have a set amount of time So if you guys gather around, I want to show you just a quick feature here. I know it's going to be a little tough to see. I'm going to kneel down. Everyone can try to get around me here. Right here we have the MROC. Yeah, it's Sergeant Marrera. Woo! No one's trying to rob. Okay, two things. So it's become very dark for the drone to see, so it's going to ask if I want to enable night sense. So that is the infrared sensors. I click yes, so now when it lands, you'll notice that there'll be a red glow on the bottom and on the top from those sensors. Now, someone in the group asked about some of the other features. One of the cool features that this drone has is the subject tracking mode. So Mo's walking away. I'm going to do this real quick and I'll explain afterwards. For those of you that can see, sorry about that. I'm going to use the touch screen. There she is right there. Boom. Right there, boom, it is tracking her.
She cannot escape anymore.
Right?
Oh boy.
So it is it's low light, so it's not perfect. It might lose, but as you saw there, it re-snapped. It went behind a tree. It's not perfect. In daylight, it performs a lot better. There, look, it found her again. It found her again. She was a couple feet from that tree, and it found her again.
Almost like the missing person, the runaway.
Exactly. Now, she went behind the MROC. It's not moving, so it's going to stop there. It's a hand-in-hand partnership, believe it or not, with the operator and the technology. Sure. Okay? Wow. Yeah, there's a lot to learn. Airspace up to a certain height. You might be in the vicinity of the tower. So all of us, I'm going to lift it up so that you guys, so I don't have to scream. Okay. But as you can see, this one's already set to the red and blue. So whoever had it before me also had it to red and blue. So we all have, the agency, the air control app. This is an app by the FAA. It's FAA regulated and thumbs up. Right? It gives us basic information such as weather conditions, wind conditions, things like that. But something that we use a lot and rely on is the controlled airspace. So if I zoom out on the map, we can see the circle here. That in the center, the red, that is the Naples Airport. Okay, that is the Naples Airport.
How does it handle a storm wind?
It has a rating, if I'm not mistaken, so many drones. The gusts up to 23, 24 miles per hour. The wind's a little bit less than that, I believe. I had to double check on the numbers. I don't
So what does it do? Does it just slow it or do you lose control?
Well, it will actually sense it, that it's unable to stay stable in the sky, and it will tell you to land if it cannot fly.
It will blow away from you.
It can. It can. I mean, if it's strong enough, if you're in a hurricane or something, it can. And then last tip before we get into it, talking about the app, as you get further out from the airport is the red, you'll notice that there's a blue circle around. We are just outside that blue circle, right? That is the tower, right, for the FAA letting us know, like, hey, if I'm on, for example purposes only, if I'm on Golden Gate, I have about 100 feet that I can clear without having to special request that airspace. So if I zoom in right here off of Pine Ridge and airport in that area, it's up to 200 feet airspace you can go without having a special authorization from the tower.
What's the lowest?
The lowest, it's set to do its thing automatically. The drone that I have issued, even though it's the same thing, I have it set to always ask me first before it does something autonomous. Okay? So what that does is, it allows me to stop the autonomous function to override it, essentially. Right? Because right now, technically, I have 9% battery left. Okay? On this. Right? But it's compensating, hey, I'm this far away from the home point, what do I need to do? Right? And this prevents strayaways and things like that. So right now, another one. It's telling me landing soon, begins to come back, or landing process. Right? Just for demonstration purposes, I'm going to catch it so you guys can see how you do it. Okay? So like I mentioned, the strobes is recommended by me to go ahead and disable them as you're landing. So I just deactivated them. So the way it works is I always instruct the deputies to always have it positioned a little bit above you, right? In the sense of when you hold the button down to begin the landing sequence, the lights are going to turn yellow, indicating, hey, I'm landing now, okay? You want to always make sure the lights are yellow because that is preventing the the obstacle avoidance from activating and pulsing away from you. I'll demonstrate, okay? Right now, if I don't do that and I try to grab the drone, it's going to pulse, right? So you see, it's pulsing a little bit, right? In the daytime, it's a little bit more active. All right, so let's stop it. Wow. All right, I'll land on the next one. So it gave me the override. It said battery's not enough to keep flight.
It did it by
and
itself.
it landed by itself. Wow. It landed by itself.
As a pilot, should you watch that?
Both. 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 As a pilot, you're doing both. As a pilot in a search and rescue, and I've done this, one of
Oh, it was in the 80s. Yeah, it was in the 80s today.
Now, I'm going to give you, to send you this week, have you heard of Max Drone?
Ahí el pana.
Said authenticator. What is that?
it's a two-step process for a new pilot. Okay, so while this is all booting up, I'm just gonna go again into what this is, right? So again, it's a quadcopter, it's 4 sides, stays stable, uses GPS and coordinates to allow it to stay stable in the sky. It has a 3-axis gimbal camera, so even though it's a little wonky right now, you'll see when it turns on, it'll level itself. It has lights on the bottom and on all legs. So you see right there, it leveled itself. It's in the process of connecting to the controller now. This is the first time me logging into this particular drone. It's going to take a couple of seconds longer than it should, but right now, it's
Any of the drones have facial recognition?
No, that technology is not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah, maybe military drone might, but not. Right? So it's already queuing up, getting all the metadata. As you see, the lights are now pulsing green. So you're gonna notice a few things when we launch, and sometimes based on the calibration, it's a little bit different. Sometimes it'll go straight up, sometimes it'll go and spin around. The way that I have my drone set up, so that you guys are all aware, is it'll go up, and then once it levels itself up in the sky, it's going to flash blue and red. So the manufacturer for the X10, which is Skydio, has a bunch of different features. One of them is different showings of the light patterns. So you have your, and for those that are interested, I know it's difficult without a big screen to show. I'll pass it around as you see the drone doing things.
What controls that speed?
It's the internal settings. Yeah. So right now I'm going to go to my max at 150. It's giving me the warning like it should. Okay. And then I'm going to go into orbit mode to complete an orbit. Okay. So I'll quickly switch to orbit mode. What it's doing, it's taking me to the map overlay automatically. Okay. I'm going to pinch in, zoom into the map, and I'm going to do my best to find this water tower thing right there, right? So I have now tapped it. The screen is now giving me a few settings, right? And again, I go through all this in training, right? So you guys are getting deputy level 3 right now, all right? So you can set it as a focus point, which means that the drone will look right at it, okay? You can fly to that exact coordinate because there are coordinates on the screen. And you can have it set as an orbit point, so a central point, right? Or you can even have it set as a home point. If anything were to go wrong and you know that's a safe landing area, you can set it on the map before your flight. Hey, because let's say this is all swamp and the deputy just is on a dirt road, right? But there's a building there and the deputy knows or whatever, I can get there safely to retrieve the drone. You can go ahead and do that, right? So for right now, I'm going to set it as a focus point, all right? What's happening on the map is it created a ring around the center of whatever it is that I tapped, okay? So, 2 things are happening here simultaneously. On the map, you see this ring, okay? There's a ring right here on the map, right? Okay? And on the color mode, you see a purple pillar. That is using augmented reality technology to create a visual for you. Okay? And also, if I were to, it's a small circle, so you'll be able to see a little better, I think. Yeah, if I tilt down, there is the circle also in augmented reality.
Oh, cool.
It is a purple circle. Okay? So, at 150 feet, it's giving me the, okay, so it's autonomous thing, I'm stopping. This drone's set up a little bit different than mine, so that's why I have to be a little more mindful of the settings. I will do this, okay, so it's autonomous thing, I'm stopping. This drone's set up a little bit different than mine, so that's why I have to be a little more mindful of the settings. I will do this exercise with the next battery, because I want you guys to see it real quick. Let me go ahead and catch land this, so you guys can see that.
All right. If I go, it's on the
Alright, like I mentioned earlier, it's going to go yellow. It's best to be a little bit above you so you have range of motion. I'm holding the button down, turning yellow. I'm grabbing it by the battery side.
Wow. Beautiful.
And now it's done. It'll go back to the menu screen. It'll go back to green. That's how I know that it's safe now to walk around with it and all that stuff, because we don't want accidents happening. The drone sometimes, it has smart technology for safety reasons. So if you're not holding the button down all the way, or let's say you let go mid-button or mid-landing sequence, it'll say, oh, that was just a mistake from the pilot. He really wants me to cancel and go back up. But if I have it in my hand, it's going to fight me, right? So it's always being safe, right? And making sure you take time to do all these procedures. The reason why I went so fast, like you guys heard me say, this drone settings are a little bit different. My drone, the X10 that I have, just because of the pilot that I am, any warning that it's going to do autonomously, I have it to ask me first. And then I initiate or give it authorization for that, whatever it is it wants to do. So the warning that you heard the chime, and the reason why I landed is because the battery level for the flight was running low and it needed to land. So
Could you land?
Alright guys, we're here in the Sheriff's Department training center for the drones. We're going to be hopefully certifying soon for flying the drones. But you got to get a special certificate for that stuff, So we'll see if we can get it through the Sheriff's Department.